Sellers and Leaders Connect meeting. I have a privilege of being your sergeant at arms for today's meeting. And let's start today's meeting. Uh, can you see my first page? Don't move to the next one. Great. So let's go to page number 2. Any guesses what it is?
Idea?
Please raise your hand. Soumya already shared. Anyone else?
Mukesh has his
Mukesh.
hand raised. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Mukesh.
Thinking idea thinking, or
Okay,
ideation
great.
something.
Anyone else? Pihu. Yeah, go ahead, Pihu.
Brainstorming?
Nice. One last question. Oh, one last. Anyone else wants to try?
Kanika has her hand raised.
Yeah, Kanika, please. What do you think?
Confusion?
Great. So this one goes to the idea. I think Soumya nailed it. Good job. Let's move to the another one. What is this?
Tea time?
Pihu, are you Googling it?
No.
TM Kanika, what do you think?
Watchful.
Team Kanika, you have your hand
No,
raised.
no. By mistake, I raised my hand. Sorry.
Okay, okay. By mistake, you can do a try. Take a hit.
Actually, I'm seeing the old picture only. I can't see the next one. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, the
See
bulb one
that
only.
you see there's a clock.
No.
Okay. Anyway, whoever guessed is tea time. Last one.
Tea time.
Yeah, it was tea time. Last one, guys. Mukesh, go ahead.
This moonshot.
Let's wait for another one. Soumya, team Soumya.
Yeah, to the moon. Sorry, to the moon.
Looks like you have copied my notes or something. Pew, you want to try?
Rocket launch?
Great. Again, it's Toastmaster Soumya. It's to the moon.
Years of playing mystery games.
Yeah, so just wanted to grab your attention before we really kicks off our meeting. So let me get back to our Toastmaster meeting. As everybody has a mission in their life, likewise, our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skill, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We have some ground rule that we follow during the meeting and try and avoid some sensitive topics such as religion, politics, and sex. So whenever you speak, please refrain yourself. Last thing, that being respectful when speakers are delivering their speech, try to minimize the distractions. So without further ado, let's begin. Please help me welcome our presiding officer for today's Magical Mona. Over to you, Magical Mona.
Thank you so much, Rangers, for setting the tone for the meeting. It's been wonderful, especially with these games. All right. To be honest, I was not prepared to be a PO today, but let me take charge. So welcoming all of you to the meeting today. And maybe I can actually use the inspirational slot that I was supposed to take up today, right now, right away. I see today we have one guest, right? Yes. All right. So, uh, what is the theme? I'm so sorry. I'm completely lost on it. Mohit, can you help me with that? I
Sure.
think it's your.
No worries, Monica. Yeah, today's theme is about building movements. It's called the Big Mo. The
Okay.
Mo stands for movements. And we have two guests today, actually, so far that I can see. We have guest Samir, and we also have Swarnav, who is a Toastmaster from Kolkata Toastmasters Club. He will be giving a speech as well today.
Superb. Great. All right. So big moment, right? So maybe I can actually start up with the theme or the inspiration. I think my inspiration note is much aligned to that also. It's a small story I can begin with this. Few days back, my daughter was asking me to make cake for her. She's fond of sweets and she asked me, Ki Mama, please bake the cake. And I was all occupied with all my prior commitments. I said, no, I can't do it. So she kind of became so much cranky that day. She and me had a lot of fight. Things continued to the next day. And third day, she said, will you make the cake for me or not? I said, no, I am still busy. I can't do it for you. Why don't you try, give it a try? And that day, she was like much disappointed with me, but eventually she went to the kitchen. She looked in YouTube for some recipe. She baked the cake, and to my utter surprise, that cake was very tasty, much better than what I could do. And this not only, gave her a confidence that yes, she can cook, but she was really happy when everybody started to praise her. Ki, wow, Vardha, you are such a great cook. We never knew. And that instilled a trust within her. Now, this is not only about cake. This is not only about, getting that wish fulfilled. But the great learning I learned from her is that while she was expecting it from me and I was not able to fulfill her, she was feeling much disappointed. She was not feeling good about it. But later, when she took the charge of herself, when she started to expect from herself to make the cake, that's where she got that courage to take that step up, and that sets her free. So eventually, whenever you have expectations from others, that cages you. But when you expect only from yourself, that gives you freedom. So the message I really want to give you all is, and I also want you to reflect within you. Where are you expecting from other one? What is you expecting from other? Because when you are expecting from others, you are in a emotional, psychological, and even sometimes identity-based dependency on others. You start to associate so much yourself. So it's not only about baking the cake for one day, but what are you trying to bake every single day in your life? And whom are you dependent on that? To check what your expectations are. And then change it, how you can actually anticipate that from your own self. And that's where you will set yourself free, where you will find your own creative pulse, your own master, and your own genius, which you have been suppressing in all this expectation. So expectation from others cages you, while expectation from yourself is a freedom. What do you choose? So with that, I think what theme we are bringing in today is also related to that what is that big moment that can actually bring in the change. And we will be looking forward to how that unfolds as we move forward. So to guest Samir and Swarna, of course, we'll be hearing. We'll connect back to you towards the end of the meeting to know you more and also to understand how you like the flow of the meeting. Is that fine with all? Super. So with that, I pass on the baton to Mohit, who gonna take us throughout the meeting today. And we want to see how he actually give us this more inspirational notes today through his session. So Mohit, virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. Huge round of applause for Monica for that amazing starting. And even though you were not prepared, you were saying for the presiding officer role, but you did it so well and you inspired us. Yes, the change starts from our own self. We often look at others and have expectations from others while we discount what we should be bringing onto the table from our own side. And that is the starting point for all the problems we face in life. Completely in line with the theme for today, which is called the Big Mo. So the other day I heard about this brother sister band, which is making waves these days. It's called the Backstage Siblings, and they have started a movement called the Bhajan Clubbing. Has anybody heard of Bhajan Clubbing? I see Soumya's hand raised. I heard about this for the first time on a news channel, and this is an unusual setting where thousands of people get together and dance and sing together. And what they sing is bhajans, the spiritual songs. A lot of these people who get together are actually youth, which is unusual because you would often see middle and old age people joining temples and participating in bhajans. But here we have youth doing the same. They say that a video or an image says speaks louder than words. So I would want to share a short clip here with all of you. So it will help you understand what I'm talking about and what bhajan clubbing is all about. Let me share my screen and have you experience it. Here you go.
Have you ever imagined what it would look like if bhajans met clubbing? Sounds impossible, right? But believe it or not, that's exactly what's happening right now across India. Picture this, a dimly lit hall, youngsters sitting cross-legged on the floor, phones in hand clapping and singing Shri Krishna Govind Hare Murari. Just devotion but with a vibe.
I hope you could hear the sound as well, not just the video. Okay, great. So that's what bhajan clubbing is all about. And what basically struck me from this is that people like me find it so difficult to convince one people to get on board with an idea. And here we have a young brother sister duo who's got thousands of people together in a matter of a short time. So let me stop sharing and let me ask you, have you ever tried to persuade someone to join your idea or your initiative? Raise your hand if you've done so. Okay. A lot of you have done so. Hirinder, Mukesh. Okay. Do you find it easy or difficult? How many of you find it easy to convince someone to get on board to your idea? Raise your hand if you find it easy. I don't see a lot of raise of hands. In fact, there are no raise of hands. Okay. Raise your hand if you find it difficult to convince others to get on board with your idea. I'm certainly one that belongs to that group. Okay. A lot of hands are going up now. Yes, it is not easy to get people to join your idea, right? Whether it is like getting people to join your blog, your podcast, getting them to volunteer for Toastmasters meetings. Neetal, you are there hearing, and Monica, you know about it. Getting people to participate in a newsletter initiative that you started at your workplace. Even to get my family to buy the car of my choice is a problem. Not easy at all. But certainly some people like the backstage siblings, what we just saw, know the knack of getting movements together. And that's what I'm calling the big mo, the big movement. And today we are going to unpack how we can convert an idea into a big movement. The good news is that whether it's some movement which is as big as the Dandi March, which Gandhiji did, or if it is a small initiative that you are running at your workplace, the underlying formula, the secret sauce is the same. And that's exactly what we are going to unpack in the session today. So we will talk more about that. But for now, let's keep the meeting going forward. For the people who are joining us for the first time, our guests, and for our members, this may be a refresher, but we got to understand how the meeting will go. We have three sections in any Toastmasters meeting. The first one is the prepared speeches. The second one is the table topics, which is an impromptu speaking round. And the third one is evaluation, where we learn what we did well and what we can do better. To start with, we will start with the prepared segment. For that, I would like to invite our general evaluator on the stage who would talk about the general evaluation and her team. So let me welcome on stage somebody who we've already welcomed before, somebody who needs no introduction, our president, Toastmaster Monica. Let's have a round of applause for you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Yes, evaluation, validation, approvals, that's what we keep on seeking, in our day-to-day life. But today in Toastmaster meetings, it's all about how well we present ourselves, especially with the beautiful skill and tool we have is about communication. How proficiently are we going to utilize it to express our thoughts, our ideas, and connect with the people in virtual and in personal space. And today's meeting, of course, we gonna do that. I will be doing a rollout journal evaluation where I'll be keeping an eye on what's happening in the meeting, and towards the end, I'll come up with the report. But there are other aspects about the communication, like how we're speaking, how we're utilizing the language, and are we good on timing or not. So for that purpose, I have a team. I think timer role is still open if somebody wants to volunteer. Meanwhile, I'll be announcing other role players who will be supporting me to conduct the evaluation. First of all, I'd like to invite Kanika, who is helping me as in a language expert.
Yeah.
Yes, Kanika.
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. As Toastmasters, we strive for perfect communication skills and flawless English. But that's easier said than done because English is not a simple and straightforward language. In words of Amitabh Bachchan, English is a funny language. But I'm here to make it easy for you. As the grammarian of the day, it's my job to watch out for the good and not so good usage of the English language today. And it's also my responsibility to present the word of the day and the idiom of the day to you. The word of the day today is eloquent. Uh, it means to describe something or someone who expresses ideas, feelings clearly, effectively, and persuasively. An example of its usage is the speaker's eloquent speech on environmental degradation had deep impacts on its audience. The idiom of the day today is hit the nail on the head, meaning to be exactly right about something. An example of its usage is your analysis really hit the nail on the head when you said that the reason the project failed is due to poor planning. I encourage all of you to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day. And I request the audience to encourage the speakers who use the word of the day and the idiom of the day by giving a thumbs up every time they use the word. So this explains my role for the day today, and I will be back again with my report when called upon by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanika, for eloquently describing your role as a grammarian. All right, so that's not all. There is another aspect of your communication, like how much you interrupt your own statements. That's where Toastmaster Pihu will be helping us to understand how fairly are we able to convey our message. Pihu, Toastmaster Pihu. Um,
Greetings, everyone. I am Pihu, your R counter. I will be acting as the noise cancelling software for today's session. My job will be to detect verbal glitches such as ums, so, you knows, and other filler words that sneak into our communication. Filler words fill the silence but drain impact. I will share a clean and analyzed report at the end. Let's hit the nail on the head by minimizing the usage of filler words and embracing pause. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Pehu, for describing your role as an accountant. And do we have any volunteer for timer? Or else I will try to take that up. All right. So if nobody is volunteering, let me take the honors. I will also be taking up the role of a timer. To be precise, it's really important to be on time. Me, I'm very particular not to get things early, but I rush towards end of the time. That's my weakness, or that's I have started to use as my strength now, kind of planning my things accordingly, putting up timelines for myself. But eventually, in this meeting itself, Toastmaster has also set up some guidelines for the timing, and we all are supposed to be aligned with that. To help you all, I will be monitoring your timings, will be flagging when it's time to wrap up, and also will be flagging when your time is all done. So there'll be both the section for the prepared speech. I think it's 15 to 20 minutes timing, if I'm not wrong. I'll wait for it when the speaker is announced. Maybe his evaluator will actually let us know what the exact timings for that speech would be. And for the table topics, the timing would be 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll be giving the yellow flag. I don't have flag ready, but I'll show up on the screen. I will be showing up the green flag when 1 minute is over, yellow flag when 1.5 minute is over, and red flag when the 2 minutes is all over. You will get the grace periods of 30 seconds afterwards also, but try to wrap up between that time. And I'll come back with my report towards end of the meeting when I'll be called upon to share my report. Handing over my seat back to as a journal evaluator. So that's all as in a role of all my team members. And we'll be coming again towards the end of the meeting or whenever we are called upon to share our reports. And for now, I'm passing on the stage back to the moderator of the day, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica, and your entire team for that lovely introduction to the General Evaluators segment. We are about to start with the first segment of the meeting, which is the prepared speeches. But before that, let me ask you, how many of you have some ideas in your mind which you would like to become movements? Show of hands. Soumya has something. Monica has. What about others? Kanika has an idea as well. I would like you to just jot it down. Whatever that idea is, jot it down. Keep it with yourself, plus, but jot it down at your side. Because soon we are going to unpack what is that formula for you to convert that idea into a big a movement. Our speaker today is Toastmaster Swarnav Malik. And before I invite Toastmaster Swarnav on the stage, I would like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Hirender, to share with us the objectives for Toastmaster Swarnav's speech. Toastmaster Hirender, do you have the details for Swarnav's speech now?
Yes, Toastmaster Mohit, I have the details.
Okay, then the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit. So Toastmaster Swarno is a corporate lawyer and author. His speech would be around 18 minutes. He is pursuing visionary communication, 13 elective. The title of the speech is The Altitude of Authenticity, Lesson from a Faltering Voice in the Mist.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hirender.
I have a
Seen.
question here in there. So
Yes.
18 minutes is the max time. What is the min time for the speech?
16 to 18 is what
Okay, 16 to
Thought.
18. Perfect. Perfect.
Swarna, you can confirm me if you're aligned, right? 16 to 18 minutes is what you
Okay.
need.
No, no, no. For the 5 to 7 minutes, so you can literally check on the sheet also. It's mentioned 5 to 7 minutes. Please check the evaluation sheet that I have shared.
Okay.
It's five to
5 to
seven minutes. Okay.
okay.
So
Okay.
it's written on
Sorry.
the sheet also.
Okay, it's my bad. Sorry. It's going to be 5 to 7 minutes only.
Perfect. Noted. Thank you so much.
So Swarno Malik.
Okay.
So can we move to the
Yes, Toastmaster Inder, I can introduce Swarnav and he can then get started. Swarnav, can we do a quick audio video check?
Yeah.
Can you repeat after me? It's a beautiful day today.
It's a bit.
Your voice is actually cracking a little bit. Hello? Can you hear me, Swarnav?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, can
Fine, is it
you?
fine? Can you hear me right now? That came out Toastmaster today. I'm audible and clearly visible to you.
Yeah, you are clearly visible, but the audio is cracking a bit.
Is it
Maybe
better? You can
it's
hear
slightly
me?
better. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
It is slightly better. Yes. Can you repeat after me? It's a beautiful day today.
It's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, I think we can go with that. Okay, Swarnav, the altitude of authenticity, lessons from a faltering voice in the mist. Toastmaster Swarnav Malik. Toastmaster Swarnav Malik, the altitude of authenticity, lessons from a faltering voice in the mist.
Good morning, everyone. I was born and brought up in the hills of Darjeeling, where the mist wraps itself around the tea gardens, and the mountains reminds you how small you are, but never insignificant. At my boarding school, I was a little kid, but I carried something heavy. I, I carried a stammer, so I was mocked, I was ragged. For me, words felt like climbing the Mount Everest, and each and every sentences felt like a battlefield. And years later, when I shifted to Kolkata, I prayed for a small change, but same mockery, same ridicule followed me everywhere. And if that wasn't enough, my dear audience, in my childhood, I was about to die. Pneumonia ravaged my lungs. I can still remember the sharp hospital smell, those beeping machines. A doctor fought for me, and I was saved. So today, I speak about redefining people, purpose, possibility. Because me as a person, I didn't have it easy. I had to redefine values to survive. Now let's talk about people. In my life, people define me by what I couldn't do. A stammerer who can't speak properly, labels sharper than knives. Words can hurt more than sticks or stones. But still, I can remember some people. There was a teacher in my school who waited patiently for me to finish my sentences, who never filled up my gaps. There was a classmate who whispered on my ears, "Please carry on, I'm listening." There was a stranger on the train who inquired about my stammering, not with mockery, but with genuine curiosity. My dear audience, people can destroy you or they can redefine you. Just in your lives, think about the people who define you and think about those peoples who redefined you. Me, As a corporate lawyer, I know laws and contracts matter, but people matter more. Me as an author, I know words matter, but listeners matter more. People can diminish your value, or they can help you to discover it. Now let's talk about purpose. From childhood, I thought that stammering was my curse, but later on life, I found it out that it's my gift. Stammering taught me patience. It taught me perseverance. It shaped the lawyer I become, the author I am, and the founder I strive to be. When I wrote my first book, The Unbroken Voice, that book is not about me, but it's about the people who felt silenced or diminished. When I built my first startup, it's not about the wellness products, but it's about something deeply rooted into dignity and healings and the values that our scars are not our weakness. They are our biggest strength. And when I joined the Indian Stammering Association, it's not charity. It's me standing with young boys and girls and reminding me of my younger self, quite broken and fragile, but having deep potential inside. Minding audience in life, purpose always doesn't come from success. Sometimes it comes from suffering. My pain gave me my purpose. And I can promise you this. The things that will break you, they can also make you. Now let's talk about possibility. Possibility didn't existed for the guy who cried to sleep in Darjeeling. Possibility didn't existed for the guy who was mocked at every stammering word. But possibility slowly started to unveil itself when I spoke in front of a small group. When a reader wrote to me that your book gave me courage, and the moment I got invite from Howard. Now let me tell you this why this mattered. In Howard, in Howard, I wasn't invited there because I was fluent, nor my resume was flawless. I was invited there because because I had a story of resilience. My perspective mattered, and my voice refused to stay broken. So at Harvard, I joined the Future Leaders of Law program to strengthen my public speaking and communication skills, and to share my ordeal with stammering. Just before the times, we all were battling against the COVID-19 pandemic. So in Harvard, I spoke about stammering, not as a weakness, but as a different kind of strength. And I realized one thing there, my dear audience leadership. It's not about having the most powerful voice, but it's about having the most authentic ones. And I learned one thing there, my dear audience. The things that you think become the very reason for you to get disqualified. They are the reason why you were chosen. My from childhood, I thought that my value was tied to fluency. If I am not fluent, I am valueless. But later on in life, I realized that value is not in perfection, but in perfect persistence. Value is not in eloquence, but in authenticity. Value is not what breaks you. Value is how you rise unbroken. So how can we redefine value? Just by surrounding yourself with people who lift you higher and be the same person for someone else. Don't let your pain drives towards the passion. And don't let the people's definition of impossible to to define your future. So I wish I could tell that fragile boy in Darjeeling whose lungs were about to fail was patterned. One day You will speak. One day your brokenness will become your biggest gift. And one day you will stand up on stage and speak, and people will listen to you, not despite of your voice, but because of it. So to each one of you here present here, whatever your scar, your struggle, your problem, it doesn't diminish your value. It defines your story. It expands your possibility. Redefine value. Redefine yourself. And let the world hear your unusual voice. Thank you. Back to you. That was much to me.
I'm speechless listening to your story and your speech, your Toastmaster Swarnav. It's giving me goosebumps, and it's such a huge inspiration for all of us. Your voice still resonates in my head, and I'm sure it's going to continue to do so for all of us, and it'll create more inspiration and more such stories of people where they will convert their pain into a purpose for themselves. A huge round of applause for Toastmaster Swarnav. Toastmaster Swarnav, like he mentioned in his speech, he's a corporate lawyer and he's the author of the book The Unbroken Voice. Swarnav, I would really request you to share with us the link to your book. We will definitely
Sure,
want to
sir.
get a copy. Thank you. I would now like to request everyone to share their feedback for Toastmaster Swarnav on the chat message. Timer, can I request you to time it for 1 minute? Yes, Swarnav, I see your hand raised. Would you like to share
Yeah.
something?
So yeah. So can I share something? Actually, so this page is for my TED talk that I'm giving on December. So please give me your feedback. This is because this is my first TEDx speech to share about my stammering. So please help me to make it bubble. So please give your raw feedbacks to me so that I can do better on my day of whatever. Thank you all.
Toastmaster Monica is 1 minute up.
Yes, 1 minute up.
Okay. Thanks again, Toastmasters Swarnav. And let's take the meeting forward now. We are about to start with the table topics segment. But before we hand over the stage to the table topics master, I would like to request at least some of you to share with us what is that idea that you would like to convert into a movement. Any courageous people who would like to come forward and share with us what that idea is. Yes, Toastmaster Kanika, please go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to start a movement to, raise awareness about social media addiction or screen addiction, and create a world where people use less of their screens and are more in touch with reality, because screens have shifted us to a virtual world, and I think we need to get back to reality. So that is a movement I would like to start.
That's a wonderful idea, Toastmaster Kanika. I'll definitely join into that movement with you. Any others? Anybody else? Soumya, you had your hand raised too. You have
Yeah,
something in mind. Would you like to share with us?
sure, sure. So one moment that I would like that it goes big is annihilation of pollution, basically. I would like that people, um, I would love for it that people started, caring for the environment, and not in a way of thinking that the environment, like, it's something that we are doing for the environment, but basically for themselves. So whenever we hear the term climate change, it sort of gives the illusion that we are doing it after taking care of ourselves, or it's something that we are doing for someone else. But actually, the right term, in my view, is that it's like the world will stay, the earth will stay. It was fine before us, it will be fine after us. It's actually us destroying ourselves through the actions. So that's one moment that and it's not even small enough, like it's too small right now. I wish that especially in India it becomes big, either through me, either through any of these amazing um, NGOs that are fighting for it. But yeah, that's something that I would really, really love.
That's a very well thought out, Soumya. Then definitely something that relates with all of us and definitely benefits all of us as well if it becomes a movement. So yeah, keep on with it and let us know how it goes. We would join hands with you for sure. Yes, Toastmaster Simi, what idea do you have?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Toastmaster Mohit. I would say this is the idea for the movement, but it is like a wish to me. I'm not sure how to start that movement. It is to reduce the tax rebate, tax obligation for salaried individuals from 30% to some extent, which is affordable for us, all of us. That's one movement idea that I propose.
Sure, sure. Yeah, Simi. All the employed people are with you. I don't know so much about the business folks, but yeah. Yes, Pihu, what is your idea?
So my idea is about basically raising awareness about big marketing campaigns that basically shift the whole narrative and gives it, a white or black kind of narrative to any topic or material in hand. I have read about how cigarettes companies used a marketing campaign to basically promote women to start smoking and making it a pride and making it a bold narrative among women. But the real motive behind it was to fill the pockets of the owners of the cigarette companies itself. So such marketing campaigns that create awareness about something, but in reality there are some motives behind those campaigns. So I would like to urge people to be careful among choosing the choices that they make about products, about anything that they decide to include in their life. So think wisely before indulging in any such practices that you think will make you more cool or something like that, or make you more woke in today's terms. So that is my thing.
Sure, Pihu. Yeah, like there are so many times when we end up being gullible and we join into something which will affect us adversely, and that's only because we don't know the real benefits or pros and cons of it. So with this movement, I think you're trying to uh, uncover the reality for people to choose intelligently with awareness. So another great idea there. Yes, Toastmaster Bob.
Hi, DTM Mohit. So my movement would be basically to get people to follow basic civic sense. I think a lot of the problems that a lot of the people that have mentioned today, even during this call meeting, actually stems from basic civic sense, like like throwing garbage onto the streets. Like I have not been able to get my mom to actually change that habit. So whenever she's in the car and like, so somebody like literally my sister or my son or my wife has to like pry away that packet from her hand, so she'll just not open the window and throw it out. like क्या फर्क पड़ता है type. So I think if we get that part right, like where we get people to actually follow basic civic sense, but not littering, not loitering, walking on the footpath. Like you driving on the street and you see half the people walking on the road and not on the footpath. So if they start walking on the footpath, they will force the vendors to keep their stuff inside the shop and not on the footpath. The normal excuse is, yaar, uska saman is on the footpath. How can I walk there? So basically, just following these simple things and getting people to follow it would just make so much of a difference. People will start consciously thinking about these things. Yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. Back to you, DK Mohit.
Thanks, Toastmaster Bob. Absolutely, another good one. And yeah, it is said that common sense is uncommon, and I think so is civic sense. We see all sorts of things happening around us. There is no footpath at all in the place where I live. So whether it is elders or whether it is small children, they have to walk on they're forced to walk on the road where there are cars and everything. So yes, there is a lot of need for coming out with that big movement, and we will be with you. Toastmaster Neetal says that she would like to have people to understand the importance of strength training. I thought, being the VP Education, Neetal, your movement would be also about getting mentors and mentees to connect more often and people to take role and but yeah, even the strength trainings, Neetal is very passionate about gymming and all, so no wonder she's saying that. So yeah, anybody else would like to share any ideas you have, and we will see how we can use the secret sauce from the people who've made movements happen. Yes, Monica.
This something was not I was thinking earlier, but this originated. Something happened yesterday, full day long. My daughter's presented her pitch for entrepreneurship thing, right? So they started in school, and she pitched it for creating some beauty brands where the products will be created by acid attack survivors. And there was a lot of discussion afterwards, and when she pitched her idea, talking about the psychology of these people. And one good thing that one of the mentors said is that if you have decided to go on it, just ensure that there is no looking back. So if you have started, you should continue with it. In the evening, I went to attend some meeting, and there it was this puja wala concept, right? So, and what I saw that they have brought in not the professionals to say the prayers, but they requested blind school people who came in, and then they, did all that bhajan and all those things. And they were kind of course, offered the money afterwards. Now, both the incidents give me to a movement that we should actually thinking about is the social services that we talk about, helping these people who really are, needing some help, who are specially able or who have been victim to some situations. Each individual should be trained as a children. We should, as a parents also, we should train our children to become more active in contributing to back to these people and these parts of our society where we don't talk about it. We are always focused upon our growth, our career, our development, but never ever when we plan our life, when we plan our future, we think about what we have to give back to the society, especially to
Mhm.
these small circles that we have in society, which we kind of ignore. and they need support actually. If we support them, they can be empowered back to come back and operate in their life as we normal people are doing. So normalizing what is abnormal right now, that's what I really want to bring in as in a movement, because these two
Mhm.
incidents actually shifted me a lot over the night. Actually, I was dreaming about it. So that's what I think I'm touched upon too. Maybe that's something I really would like to work upon.
Great. Thanks for sharing, Monica. And one of the things that you said, which I caught on to, was where you said that let's not go back on the path that we have started on with. A lot of times we start with something and then we get
Exactly.
demotivated, right? That's a key point there. And yeah, very noble thought you have about talking about things that are often left unsaid. Hirender, you will have just 15 seconds to share your idea and then we have to move forward. Please
Yeah,
go
I'll
ahead.
try my best. So yeah, so in 15 seconds, I only can say that we love to have party, we love to gather around the people, and anytime we have a get together, we push each another to have food which is delicious, obviously, but not so much healthy. And if someone is having salad, we often do not glorify and we, make fun of him or her that, oh, he's like too strict and all. I like people support each other, especially when they are doing good thing in terms of having a good meal, balanced food. So we should support each other, especially when we have a get together, parties and all. So we should go for the balanced diet instead of glorious or too much calorie food. So I think I will rest my case.
Thanks, Hirinder, for sharing. Yeah, absolutely, totally connect with that idea as well. Now, let me share a video, and I'll come back to you, Raja. Let me show a video which will give you some ideas about converting these ideas that you have into movements. It's a it's a 3 minutes video where you will see a movement happening in less than 3 minutes. So just watch this and hear. Okay, just give me a moment.
If you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. See, it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not two nuts. Three is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come two more people, then three more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is overglorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
Okay, so we'll come back and we will see what lessons we had to learn from that video. But it's now time for me to hand over the stage to our table topics master, somebody who's an entrepreneur, somebody who's very charming, somebody who's done magic with us in a previous session as the Toastmaster of the day. Let's have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Soumya.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, and thank you so much for bringing this topic to our meeting. I think it's such a thoughtful topic and makes us really reflect, and possibly we would walk away with more than discussions from it. So, with that, before I begin, can you tell me how much time we have so that I can?
You will have about 30 minutes, Soumya. So
30 minutes. Okay, perfect. So we can do a lot more of this. Great. So for this table topic, um, the questions are going to be around the movement or momentum in our own lives. So we know that, when a momentum is needed to perform any action, just like we saw in the video, but how does that apply to our own life? So today we will explore how momentum can, show up in our habits, in our goals and outcomes, which are success and failures. So you know the drill. Please raise your hand, or I will call out someone randomly, and we'll do something a little bit different. So I have three buckets: habits, goals, outcomes. Once you are on the stage, you get to select one of these buckets, and I'll ask you a question from there. I'm hoping that we can use this session to both learn from each other and learn more about each other through our experiences. So, yeah, with that said, who is the first speaker? I see uh, Hirinder or Malhu. I don't know who raised the hand first. So, I'm going to go with Toastmaster Hirinder on the stage. Um, so, what bucket would you want the question from? Habits, goals, or outcomes? Just select one.
Either one is fine. I see
Okay.
them a part of.
Okay. All right. Let me start with the habit. So, your topic is, what is one small habit or a ritual that gets you into momentum?
Okay, great. Thank you, Toastmaster Somia, for having a great topic. The small habit that I've recently developed is writing a journal. I read a book. It's about atomic habit that gave me the cue how you can pick any small habit, and that was fortified by Toastmaster Neetal's initiative of Spark. So since then, it's been around 40, 50 days. If I'm not able to write, I speak and ask the AI to just write it for me. If I'm driving, I just speak, I talk to the AI and ask the AI to summarize. So that one habit is really helping me a lot is journaling, whether I'm writing or I'm talking to AI. It clarifies the entire day's thought, how I'm feeling. And I realize that my feeling has a lot to do to how do I conduct myself. If I'm able to recognize my own feeling, how I'm feeling about something, it really helps me conduct my entire day, how I behave, how I speak with others, or how my talk to myself has changed after journaling for around 30, 40 days. So I would suggest each and everyone to spare 2 minutes, write something. Especially you can pick very small thing, how you're feeling, how grateful you are for something that you have, or maybe focused for next 1 week or 1 month, or something like that you can pick. But once you start writing, it will give you more and more clarity, and it has immense power that I discovered after. starting it. But thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Somya.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Hirendra. That is such a powerful habit you mentioned. I totally agree. I think whether it's even when therapists talk about the different things that will allow you to be your best and so on, or across so many different psychological books, journaling is consistently one of the habits that everybody recommends to lay out the thoughts to even go for more. So I'm glad that it's working out for you too. Okay, so now I'm going to call Toastmaster Swarn Malik.
Hey, hi, I'm audible.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so which bucket would you select, habits, goals, or outcomes?
So for me, I like to go for outcomes.
Okay, perfect. Um, all right. So the question for you is, what is the biggest snowball effect that you ever experienced? What is the biggest snowball effect you ever experienced, Toastmaster Malik?
Okay, sure, but the thing is not clear. Can you please explain me what is the snowball effect? I'm not getting what
Oh, sure, sure. So by snowball effect, I mean that you did something small, it led to an outcome. Then, riding on that, on the momentum of that outcome, you did something else. Then it just grew into one big moment, or
Okay,
yeah.
great. So for me, it was a time of just before COVID. I joined Toastmasters to cure my stammering and surfing problem. Because at that time, I was struggling a lot, even to say my name out. Swarna Malik, it was so difficult for me to speak up my name. I joined, so I paid the first membership fees of Toastmasters, and I became Toastmaster from August. That day, this is very that day has changed my life totally. Over the last span of 3 years, I have given more than 600 speeches, completed more than 22 pathways. I've written one book. I'm going to give a TED talk very soon. Over 3 years, my dear audience, I have changed my life just by paying a single first membership of Toastmasters. I have gained so much confidence, self belief, and whatnot. Just like me, yeah, it's true that my first initial days, taking up a team module, going up on stage, couldn't speak. I made fun of my stage. I was made fun of myself. People were laughing at me. That's very true. But still, I kept on going, and kept on going. Now, also, you can see I give up speeches, speeches, take up roles everywhere, and I love to participate. So, my dear audience, don't get scared or please of just starting something small. One day, you never know. So, you can be the next TEDx speaker in your life. So, please keep on going. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much for sharing that thought with us. I really think persistence is one of your superpowers, and uh, so good to hear that how one decision of joining Toastmasters snowballed into you being now an author, a speaker, and yeah, the magic that you've been putting on stage. Uh, next for sharing, next we have Toastmaster Kanika. Toastmaster Kanika, which bucket would you like to be asked from?
What were the three buckets?
Yes,
Habits, goals,
ha
and outcomes,
outcomes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, outcomes.
Okay, perfect. Um, so the question for you is, what do you think comes first, success or momentum? What comes first, success or momentum? Toastmasters Kanika.
Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. Success or momentum? Well, I believe that success is an outcome of momentum. Whatever we are doing, whatever we are trying to achieve, it's only when we take those little steps and move ahead, that's when the momentum builds. And once the momentum builds, we move closer to our goals, to our success. I will quote an example from my own life. I was not a writer. I was a housewife for about 20 years. And then I decided to work when both my children went to the hostel. I didn't know what I could do, but I knew that I had good command over English. So when I saw this ad for asking for somebody with good communication skills, I knew it was for me. And that's when I joined an IT company and I started writing blogs for clients on various niches. And over a period of time, the momentum built. I developed interest in writing and I improved as a writer. And now it's over 9 years, and I have been writing, and I have published 7 books. I keep writing blogs on a variety of topics for clients, and it brings me a lot of fulfillment. Today, I look back on my journey and I feel it was the first step that I took of joining as a content writer without having any clue about what it is that helped me build a momentum. I could go from a short blog of 500 words to longer blogs of 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 words. And as time progressed, here I am having written books with 50,000 words. So, yes, momentum builds success. That's my story. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thanks a lot for sharing your story with us, Toastmaster Kanika. That's super inspiring. I think sometimes you just have to go for it. And then, as Toastmaster Monica mentioned, keep continuing with it. Don't look back. That's what you did. And yeah,
Thank
please
you.
share your books with us. We would love to, have a look.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, now Simi. We have Simi, Toastmaster Simi.
Yeah. Hi, Toastmaster
Yes.
Soumya.
Hi. Okay, Toastmaster Simi, where would you want the question to be? Now, you only get habits or goals because people have
Habits.
already
Yep.
asked.
I'll pick
Perfect.
habits. Yep.
Awesome. So, the question for you is that describe a time when you were stuck for a long time and then you made a change to your habit and suddenly got going. So, describe a time when you finally got going after being stuck for a very long time and what made that change.
Yep.
Over to you.
Yep. Thanks, Soumya. So recently, about 5 years ago, I have started working on my, on my weakness. If I say for 30 to 35 years, I was on the constant habit of self judgment and self sabotaging myself. So that was when usually my thoughts were usually cloud, and there was kind of, I was having the brain cloud situation. I used to judge myself, and now when I have started working on this aspect of my life, and now I'm seeing how the bright life is, how we can be just be our own friend. As we behave, we actually judge our friends whenever they don't achieve something or they are feeling low, how we show empathy to them. So that's what I have started applying to me. So that's when, if I just conclude, like from 30 to 35 years, that was, I feel, though I was progressing on the I was having achievements, but in my own mind, I was like, I was stuck. However, from last 4 to 5 years, now I see a different side of myself where I'm bringing so much to myself. I am still, I'm progressing, but at the faster speed and with clear thoughts. So that's one thing that I have achieved by working on myself. So that's a major part, though I'm still work in progress. And the other aspects I'm working on is to feel gratitude. So that's one part there. Wherever I go into the complaining situation, I know how I can fix it by feeling gratitude. So that's also working. And the third part is having fun. So that was one part which I usually feel usually skip. So just fixing things. So just putting fun before everything is just giving me that vibration. So that keeps my vibration high to achieve these three goals. Yep. Over to you, Toastmaster Soumya.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing those messages, Simi. It is uh, that's true. Like sometimes we get so serious about life, but having fun, enjoying the life, that is the purpose, right? And yeah, you are actually proving that best change is the mindset change that makes everything better. Um, so now we have Toastmaster Pihu. Toastmaster Pihu, I'm going to ask you one question from the goals. Is that okay? Perfect. Just to have a little variety. Okay. So for you, the topic is what do you think? Is it better to chase big goals slowly or small goals fast? And why? Over to you.
Yes, I would say that both are important, but let's target on chasing big goals slowly rather than chasing small goals in over a short period of time. And now why I choose this one is because if we target and aim for the bigger goals, we can basically plan accordingly and then develop small targets for ourselves that will act as a short term goals to achieve the long term goals that we have set for ourselves. This will make sure that we have a proper timeline and we also get motivated when we achieve those small targets or timelines that we have decided for ourselves, and then we will feel that yes, we have made some progress, but yet we have a bigger picture in front of us, which is the big goal that we have set for ourselves. So, yes, the importance of both the big goals and the small goals are equally important, but it is better to plan and think about the bigger things ahead in life and plan accordingly and set some small targets. So, in order to have some checkpoints and, feel like we are making progress and we are there to achieve our goals and objectives. So, yes, that's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pihu. So you're saying we can go to the moon by smaller steps, huh? Awesome. Okay, so we have the next. Yes. So Toastmaster Mukesh, I see your hand next. Habits or goals? Which one would you want to be asked from?
Goals.
Goals. Perfect. So the topic for you is what goal did you abandon, but now you want to restart because the momentum feels possible? Or just put differently, what is an abandoned goal you would like to pick up? Over to you, Toastmaster Mukesh.
Yeah. Thanks, Toastmaster Soumya. Mm. So, I would like to share one thing. Before a couple of years, like almost 3, 4 years back, I used to go for the morning walk and used to do the. During that time, I did couple of half marathon also. It's during the COVID or before COVID, sorry. Yeah, before COVID. And I was enjoying that time because I was feeling quite refreshing, energetic. But the COVID hit and we stopped everything. And I at least I stopped everything doing this generally routine. Uh, then after since last 2 years, I'm doing the strength training, going to the gym, but somewhere I feel I should go for the outside for the jogging or start doing again my this marathon journey. That time I plan to do some couple of the marathon instead of half marathon. So that one of the goal I am planning to restart, but due to the weather and due to the pollution here in Delhi NCR, it's quite hard to restart these things. So I planned something, might be I will shift from here somewhere where there is no pollution or I get some chance to work from home for longer duration of period. So I will start this journey once again. That's my plan. Over to you, Toastmaster Somi.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mukesh. Yeah, that's amazing. For the goals, you're willing to even move. That's awesome. Love the love the spirit. Okay, so who Toastmaster Bob? Yes, so Toastmaster Bob, which bucket would you like to be asked from? Habits, goals, or outcome?
Outcome.
Okay. So, topic for you. Does failure accelerate or kill the momentum for you? Over to
Does
you.
failure kill,
Does failure,
the
yeah,
accelerate or kill the movement for me?
momentum for you? So let's say you're
Momentum
working
for me,
towards a,
right?
yeah,
So it depends. I think the answer to this question is it depends. For some, uh, if it's something that I'm passionate about, and if I fail, that actually just accelerates the moment for me because I just want to get that done because I'm passionate about it. For example, let's say I used to love coding, so whenever I'm solving a problem or there's a problem that needs to be solved, some design that needs to be done, or a product that needs to be developed, the more failures that I have, it just makes me want to achieve it more, and then I just double down and work on it, and that just like fuels my passion for that project, and just makes me keeps me going. If it's something that I really don't like or care about, like for example, this accounting in my business, I have to do accounting. I just like keep every time like something doesn't work, I just like okay, push it out, keep it under in the back burner, and just keeps pushing it out and out and out. Even things like exercising. If there's a break, the just break keeps extending. But again, if it's something like going out with my friends, having a cup of coffee, morning tea, that actually happens. So if even rain, shine, and any kind of um, um, any kind of obstacles does not really stop me from going out and like having that cup of coffee with my friend. But even a small like it looks like it's cloudy outside. I really don't want to exercise, so I'll just stop. So it just depends upon what the activity is. For some activities, yes, failures actually just push that zeal forward. And if it's something that really I'm not passionate about or I don't like doing, if I fail, I just like okay, put it on the shelf and move on. But then to procrastinate on it much more. So that's my two tech yes. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Soumya.
yeah, thanks Toastmaster Bob. That is very, very true. Things that we like to do, we will go to any extent. But yeah, especially gym is, I feel, universally one of the things that people will procrastinate as much as possible. So, okay, Toastmaster Mohit, I see your hand up. Perfect. Um, habits or goals? Which one would you want to pick from? Habits. Okay. So, the question for you, what's a habit you admire in others that you wish you had? Over to you, Toastmaster Mohit. And I think you're on mute right now.
Thank you. Yep. What's a habit that I admire in others that I wish I had? Uh, so one habit that I think others have, some of the people who I admire have, is that of remaining calm and composed no matter how adverse the situation may be. And I have been one person who's completely fine when there is no tension or no pressure. But I think I break when the pressure comes. Thankfully, I have friends who are having that as a habit, which helps them keep going. And I bank on them when the pressure situation arises and I'm out to break. I would reach out, I would call someone. I call them my 2 a.m. friends. I make them a call 2 a.m. because I can make them a call any time of the day or in the middle of the night, and they will be available for me. Thankfully, I know my weakness and I know when to give them a call, and I know they will be there. So they answer, they tell me to break the problem down. They tell me also the way forward, and that keeps me going. Now, whether I would want to have that habit like imbibed in myself is a tricky situation, because if I had that habit on my own, I wouldn't be having such friends. The good news is that maybe I have some other such habits or strengths which others benefit from, and together we are able to move forward and achieve the goals that we've all set for ourselves. So this way, I'm good. I would love to have that habit of staying calm and composed in pressure, but I'm fine as long as I have my friends who can support me if I am in that kind of difficult spot. What about you, Toastmaster Sumya? What habit your friends have that you would like to have? Back to you.
Thank you. It was much good. Yeah, you actually hit the nail on head with the requirement, with the complementary habits that as a group people have. That is much more important than perhaps one person. One person cannot be good at everything. That's true. And even a bad, or not bad, even a lack of something gets you something else, because right, like in this case, your friends. So yeah, very cool. I would also like to have the habit of being calm. I mean, be calm internally. So I think I look very calm from outside when there is pressure, but internally I have like thoughts at 1,000 miles per hour. So that I wish I could uh, uh, imbibe. And if anyone has any tricks for that, please do, Um, we can go for a few more. I think we can possibly cover everyone else now. Who has not spoken? Toastmaster Satish, would you like to go? Toastmaster Satish, Toastmaster Samir, any of you here? Yeah,
This is
Samir. Okay, perfect. Are you good to go? Hello. Oh, looks like we lost the connection.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're back. Perfect. Um, yeah, any bucket you would want to be asked from: goals, habits, and outcomes.
Jenica, habit. It's
Habit,
not.
habits.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Okay, so question for you: if you could add, um, if you could add one habit to double your momentum, so double your productivity, what would that habit be? So a habit that doubles your momentum. Over to you, Toastmaster Guest Samir.
Thank you. Business of it. Uh, See our uh, we start our goals for our journey for our goals, that we increase our productivity. For increase our productivity, we have to go with our with plan, a good plan, a good backup plan, and also with we increase our productivity. We can use our physical exercise. I think last I started running from the last 8 years, and that is increase my productivity in my workplace, in my personal life. That is, I took that habit as a increase my productivity, and it's a habit. I read at least not every day, but at least thrice or four days in a week. I started reading books. That is, I want to continue my habit, but I recognize that physical exercise, and for me that is running, for the increase my productivity in my professional, in my office and my personal life also. Because in physical exercise we
clean our dopamine and endorphin hormones in our body. That is increase our productivity as a natural. By increase our productivity by the running that I want to continue that habit and I productivity. What do you?
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sameer. Unfortunately, the connection was not that clear, but I did catch running, and that is something that improves productivity. So true. Like I think physical exercise is actually it's more useful for the mental than than the body. I feel that's its advantages. Um, so we can. So Toastmaster Needle, are you here? You could go last, and then we can end close the session. Okay, I think she's not here. So with that, uh, I would wrap the table topic session. I think
Can
it
I
was a
take a
lot of
chance
learning. Oh yeah, you did
before
not.
I?
Oh, please, please go
I was
ahead,
timing myself.
Toastmaster
I was timing
Monica.
others.
Uh-huh. Yes, yes, yes. No, go
I'm
for
trying
it.
to time myself
Uh,
also.
this is your subject. You have to speak.
Yes,
So,
of course,
which
that is
one?
what.
Yeah,
Any, I
yeah.
think.
Any? All right. Hmm. So for you, the topic is what's a goal that you have been meaning to start for years? And what would it take for you to build that momentum today? Over to you, Toastmaster Monica. You're on mute.
So, if I got it correctly, it's the goal I wanted to start for years, and what will it take for me to start it today? Perfect. Everybody has a desire to become better. I mean, if I look at everybody, they are chasing something or else. Sometimes it's in personal space, sometimes it's in professional space, sometimes it's just to keep yourself occupied. And eventually there's a gap where you stand today and where you want to reach. So what I see is this gap inspiring me or is it expiring me? That's one factor which impacts whether I take action or not. So if this keeps on expiring me, I will wait for others or some other source of external source of motivation, and I will not be able to take the step because one thing that I need to achieve that goal, which I've been delaying for many years, is to take action. There is no other substitute to it. There is no alternative to it rather than taking an action. And I am not taking action though the goal is important, is just because I don't have courage to exceed my limits, my current comfort zone. And once I see that this gap in what I stand today and what I want to achieve through this goal, that starts to inspire me, that starts to give me some kind of a kick, I will deliberately start taking an action. So solution only is to take action, but I really need to see how can I actually use this gap to start inspiring me. And what I also heard recently through Dr. John Demartini, he said, if your values are matching to what you desire, then you will automatically start taking action. And if you're not taking an action, that means that goal is not important to you or it's not matching your values. So if it is important, you will get inspired to take action. And that's what I'm thinking. How can I actually relate to this goal of mine to, of course, improve my health, to reduce my weight. This has been my goal for years, but I am actually declining. I'm not even moving towards that, but I'm drifting apart from that just because this gap discourages me. But what I really need to work upon is like start in encouraging me through this gap only. And that's how things will start change to me. So only solution I have is to take action. So maybe I'll go for a walk today. That would be a kickstart. Back to you, table topic master.
Perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. Yeah, so true. The why is important, but I think you're right. Like, just the why is not enough either. You need that action too. So, hopefully, today is when you start to move towards that goal. Um, all right. So, with that, after they were such great table topics, I learned a lot too. Very eloquent speakers, all of you are. Uh, lovely. I had fun. I'm glad we could have a longer session today because we had one speech less, so we could hear everybody. And with that, I will hand over the microphone back to our team mod of the day, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Soumya. That was such an amazing segment. And everybody spoke their heart out. Everybody hit the nail on the head. And I'm glad to be back. Now, you've all seen the video. I would like to hear from you, or you can use the chat box to put what is the one learning that you derive from that video that you would have seen about building movements. Anybody can, you can use the chat box or you can raise your hand and speak here. We'll have to be brief as we move towards the last segment. Monica, yes, 15 seconds are yours.
What I have understood is to be shameful about what you really want to achieve. If you keep on waiting upon approval and feeling better that everybody would encourage you, you will not be able to get started. So what your movement, if you believe it's true, be shameless to go about it. And that
Yes.
needs courage, but that's the only solution.
Exactly. Yeah. Shameless is the word that you have. And I think you've hit the nail on the head with that word. Bob, quick 15 seconds for you.
I just wanted to add on to what Monica just shared. You have to be shameless, but at the same time, people have to also believe in it. So that the talking about the first person to actually get up and start following, then that is the one who actually starts the movement. But if that first person does not stand up, so just not really politicizing it, but just taking an example of what happened with BR elections and with this the new party that was formed. I don't know, Prashant something. Right. So yes, shameless going out there and doing it does not really mean that it actually converts to results. So that is, you have to kind of figure out where your movement is not going to be a movement and just back off also.
Totally, totally. Yeah. You have to have others to believe in your idea, and that's when it will actually end up becoming a movement. Yes, Simi can
Yep.
share.
So to make others comfortable, so just set the vibe as much as low that as much as high that others can take it. Even the weakest link of the society, they just want to join you, and you have to portray those behaviors so that other people are comfortable to join you. You in this video the leader did that dance, the easy and the clumsy dance, so that anybody, they are not bothered about their skills or anything, they just join for the fun. So that's setting that vibe is important.
Totally. Yeah. It has to be simple. It has to make other people comfortable so they don't stop themselves. So totally. Yeah. Yes, Soumya, you have something to share?
Yeah, what I took away was if you believe in a movement, you can even join an existing movement. You can have an equal, if not more, impact that way, like the first follower.
Absolutely. Yeah. The first follower and the second follower are so much more important than the person who started the movement in the video that we've seen. So if you are holding back on joining somebody else's idea, then I would say go ahead, do that because you can be that change maker in the entire movement. So yes, all of you have fantastic takeaways from the video. I converted that into 3 C's, which I remember and I apply in whatever initiatives I run. I watched this video about 5 years back, and every time there is a big or small initiative that or idea that I would like to make a movement, I go back, fall back on this video, and it totally helps me, inspires me to keep going. A lot of you, okay, Bob, can I request you to go on mute? Yep. So every time I go back to this video and it tells me, okay, I got to keep going. Like Monica mentioned, shameless. The 3 C's that I have, the first C is actually be crazy, almost same as being stupid or shameless, right? Being crazy because you have to go against the norms. You have to take a risk. If it is something that everybody is doing, it doesn't make you unique. So you have to have an idea that stands out, and for that you have to be having crazy idea. So stick to that. The second C that I have is courageous. Another word that has been spoken a lot today, especially by Monica and even others. That's where you have to keep standing up alone also. Remember that guy in the video? He was dancing alone. He did not uh, stop dancing because nobody was following him, and he kept going. He had the courage. He stood by his own idea. And that is what helps in bringing the first follower eventually. And that brings me to the third C, which is consistency. You Nothing will work if you do it once in a while. In the last meeting which we had in Toastmasters, somebody said that, okay, there are not enough people joining us today. Shall we skip the meeting today? Remember, I said that, okay, we will have the show has to go on. We have to have the meeting happen. And that was because of the learnings that I have driven from this video. Right? Because consistency is so key. Even if there are two people, or even if there is three people, we still have to have the meeting. Otherwise, our movement will not be made. Toastmasters in itself is a movement which started with the one club 100 years back. And today we have almost 3 lakh members all over the globe. And it was only possible because somebody took the initiative to keep it going. It's not our club alone which doesn't have enough people joining it once in a while or have difficulties in taking the roles. All sorts of it happens all over the place. But what differentiates one club from the other is they keep going. They don't get demotivated. They keep staying true to their idea, and they keep believing in themselves, and that's what gets the other people to follow. So, yes, that was the crux of my uh, theme today. And you've already shared your ideas that you would like to become movements. So, I would, as a takeaway, as a call to action, I would like you to adopt one of these three C's in the next week. Be crazy about your idea, be courageous about your idea, and stay consistent in your idea. And I'm sure you will take a step towards making that idea become a movement for you. And with that, I would like to hand over the stage to our general evaluator. Once again, Monica, you've played several roles today. Over to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit, for such a great message. I think I totally agree. Craziness, courage in you, and this consistency are the pillars of the success. And maybe whatever goal we have, we can achieve it if we follow these three. Thank you for such a great theme just in time for us. All right. So with that, we are into the crucial phase of the Toastmaster meeting. And to begin with the evaluation, I would like to first call upon stage Hirinder to share his evaluation for this prepared speech today. Or Swarnav, I think Swarnav has left, or I'm not able to see him.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe we can tag and spotlight Hirinder and Swarnav both. So Hirinder, virtual stage is yours to share your evaluation for
Give
Swarnav.
me one, give me 10 seconds, Monica. I need to pull over. Sorry, I'm driving. Give me 10
No
seconds, please.
worries. No worries. No worries. Great. You're still taking the role. Okay. Meanwhile, I recommend everyone whosoever has taken role today, mark that on the system on the Toastmaster platform because that is now being considered important to complete your pathway. So whatever role you have taken, ensure that you go and look into the Toastmaster website, log in your role so that that's been considered. And don't delay it for next week. I'll recommend you kind of, get that done today or at max by tomorrow. It's really I think that's a wonderful technique that they have used to make sure people go and log into the Toastmaster and check into the website itself. Otherwise, that this gets delayed. And if you have not marked the completion of any of your level, requesting you all to please go ahead and update the portal for same so that we can see. I think we also need to check our how much are we aligned to our goals. So that will help us to check if everybody kind of log in their roles that they have taken up today. Rinder, just mark me. Let me know when you are ready. I'll pass on the stage to
Yeah,
you.
I'm ready.
Perfect.
Yeah, Monica, I'm
Perfect.
ready. Let me know if I can start.
Yes, yes, please go ahead, Rinder.
Thank you. What a great speech, Swarnova. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. From the starting, you kept everyone engaging. You engage everyone from the very first sentence of yours. You took the starting of your speech. You shared your vulnerability of being not able to speak properly, and everyone's just engaged from the word go. So you hit the nail on the head. The speech possesses a very inspiring and authentic theme that turning one's great weakness into one's great strength. And the idea that leadership is about most authentic voice, not the most powerful one. The idea that you shared that it's not the most authentic, but the are not the most powerful one. Everyone connected with that. Your personal struggle with speaking makes your speech more um, engaging, and everyone connected throughout your speech. I can see the audience were empathized. Y- we could feel your pain when you were speaking, and at the end we also celebrated your trump when you declared that instead of being not able to speak and speaking a word was almost like climbing a mountain for you. That metaphor really worked, and we celebrated your success when you declared that you are a successful speaker and going to give a TED talk very soon. So best wishes for your uh, TED talk. The the suggestion that I have is that I see you trying, you tried great in your body language, trying to engage with your body language, but I feel that subtle movement was like repeated hand movements were there, and you could use a different posture and gesture. I also feel when you were sharing your struggle as a speaker or in the few word, you could have slowed down a bit so that it really focuses or emphasizes that your struggle. And uh, when you were standing, your position was almost exact same throughout the speech, and you could have used the little space that you have a little better. All in all, a great speech, and the message that it came, that it's. Am I audible? It looks like it's lost in between. So I was saying, the final message that you have was the thing that break you can also make you. It very well went with the entire story and the speech. So kudos and thank you for your speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Rinder. You hit nail on the head with such a brilliant evaluation. I'm trying to change my background. Somehow it's not changing. Okay, no, it's. Sorry for that. Okay, so back to the evaluation, continuing with it. I would like to. Okay, maybe I can share my report first about the timing. I tried to make it recorded well on time. Let me share that quickly. Okay, Windows. I'll take a liberty to share my report first. Let me know if this is visible. Is it all visible?
Yes.
Perfect. So great effort, everybody. I need to mark it here. Yes. Everybody did fairly well except for Swarnav. He exceeded his time much beyond that. So the recommendation from my side as in a timer Arnav is to ensure that you practice the closure well so that you start to wrap up well on time. and conclude your speech within the stipulated time. Other than that, I think it was fabulous execution by everybody in the table topics. Most of speaker actually took maximum time that they are available, which is wonderful. Even evaluator didn't exceed it. He didn't, fall off the max limit, which is wonderful. Like what all time is available, we have to utilize. And this is a great demonstration by everybody. I think kudos to the table topic master. The topics were so engaging. Speaker were able to relate well with that, and audience was also enjoying that. I think I had a hard time to keep a check on timer. So well done, everybody. And I think great demonstration today. With that, I conclude my report as in a timer. I'll hand over the stage to the grammarian today, Toastmaster Kanika, requesting her to share her report on how fairly everybody used the grammar.
So I'm back again with the grammarian report. So I'm very happy as a grammarian with the use of the word of the day and the idiom of the day. Let me give a report of that first. Uh, Toastmaster Monica used the word of the day once and the idiom of the day once. Toastmaster Soumya used the word of the day and the idiom of the day once each. And Toastmaster Mohit used the word of the day and the idiom of the day one time each one of them. And Toastmaster Hirinder used the idiom of the day. So an applause for all of you who used it. Now I will go on to the not so good usage of the language. So somebody said one people, it should have been one person. Then someone else said we present ourselves. It is actually we present ourselves. When it's in plural, it should be ourselves. And then there was each and every sentences. It's actually each and every sentence. Those peoples was said, it's those people. Again, there was a mistake of a possibility did not existed. It's actually possibility did not exist. Somebody said, not despite of your voice. It's not, it is actually not despite your voice. Another one was all people choosing the choices they make. It should have been people make their choices carefully, not choosing their choices. Then there was when we plan our life. It should have been when we plan our lives. Then someone said touched upon. It should have been touched by. Another usage was on the constant habit. It should have been I was habituated. Then enjoying the life. It should have been enjoying life. Gathered around the people. It should have been gather around people. Someone said as a short-term goals. It should have been as short-term goals. Then there was a couple of the marathon. It should have been couple of marathons. Then drifting apart from it, it should have been drifting away from it. Then another one was the audience were empathized. It should have been audience could empathize. And then you could have slowed down. It should have been you could have slowed down. So these were some of the not so good usages of grammar that I found, and I hope everybody will be able to, overcome these pitfalls the next time. Now, I'd like to end on a positive note with the good usage of grammar. The first thing is, I like the speech title of Toastmaster Swarnava's speech, Attitude of Authenticity, Lessons from a Faltering Voice in the Mist. It was very poetic. Then there was Scars are not our weakness. Purpose doesn't come from strength, but from weakness. Value is not in perfection, but perseverance. These are some good lines to take home. And somebody said, gap to inspire or expire. That was very well said. And I think it was in a table topic. So kudos to Toastmaster Monica. Then annihilation of pollution. Common sense is not so common. Secret sauce, Q, fortified, back burner, imbibe, and that's about it. So thank you. That's my report for today. Signing off now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanika, for such eloquent report. Well recorded, well highlighted. Thank you so much. Now, next, we want to see how fairly we were on commanding our statements as how much time we interrupted our own self. Pihu, are you ready with your report?
Yes,
Stage is yours.
I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if once it's visible. Is the screen visible to all?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. So I observed every speaker for filler words such as well, so, like, but, repeats, and others. And here are my observations. So Toastmaster Hirinder used four times, one time and so two times, one time like, and repeated the. Toastmaster Monica used 4 hours, one five so's, and used the phrase and 5 times. Toastmaster Mohit, he used 1 hour, one five so's, and four ands. The grey areas are the ones that are repeating names. Toastmaster Swarnava, he used 3 so's, 4 buts, and repeated because me as a person in Harvard too. Toastmaster Soumya used 3 hours, 3 ums, 6 so's, 2 like, 1 but, and repeated through. Toastmaster Kanika used 1 hour, 1 so. I used 3 hours, 2 ums, and 5 so's. I am not sure about my usage of filler words, but I am approximating my estimate. Guest Samir used 8 hours. Toastmaster Simi, she used 3 hours, 1 2 so, and repeated we, that is, and also repeated and. Toastmaster Bob, he used 5 hours, 1 4 so's, and also repeated like twice. Toastmaster Mukesh used 2 hours and 1 so. I have also prepared this chart for us to see how many times each filler word was used. Total number of fillers used in today's meeting are 105. Most common filler word as per the chart is so and are. Thank you so much. I will also share this report in the group.
Thank you so much, Pihu, for such a great report. I'm really amazed by that graph also. Of course, this tells we need to practice a little more, especially on the R, so's and R's and ums. Very well highlighted. Thank you so much. All right, with that, the tech team has shared the report, and I'll quickly share my evaluation for the meeting as such. Sergeant Ranam today did a very great job by setting the tone of the meeting through those games, and I think that charged up the room to continue with the great momentum during the meeting. As a presiding officer, I was not prepared. I think that already reflected in the reports. So I'm glad, in fact, being unprepared, I still tried to cover up. And thanks, Mohit, for being my savior, um, to help me out lay the momentum for the meeting as a presiding officer. Afterwards, great theme of the day, well demonstrated, and it was well executed. I didn't saw any reason that I can actually find any feedback there. And I think very well pointed on, prepared, I should say. Better word is to very well prepared. Reason being the way you demonstrated that videos also in between, and then you try to connect everybody else. That was amazing thing. I think a lot to learn from you on that aspect. And everything was well on time. I really liked the timing also on that. Afterwards, Harinder, as an evaluator, called upon stage the speaker. Very well done. All the audio video checks were done, positions were checked, which is crucial, especially on the virtual platform. Very well done by Harinder. And then guest speaker, I think he has left the meeting. But one thing I really liked about him that I really want to highlight is that poetic tone his in his voice. I think Kanika also highlighted that thing. That also kept us glued. Like when you are rhythmic in your flow, that also I think attract the audience. I really learned a lot from him on that aspect, and that's a great takeaway. I think we all can try to see that how we can actually make our voice also somewhat rhythmic and poetic, so that it suits the ear and keep everybody connected. Table topic master did a fabulous job today. All the topics were well aligned with the theme, very well executed. They were all very innovative ideas. And the best part was everybody was able to connect them through their own stories. And that's a great thing that a table topic master can do when they bring the topic, which is much relevant to the audience, where we actually see true content or authentic content being demonstrated in the meeting. So very well done. And you also connected all the speakers well with the flow, added your own saying on what they had shared. That was amazing. Tremendously great job, well prepared, and that demonstrated in the show. The tag team players did fabulous job. I am amazed the kind of report that's been created by Pihu, and the report that Kanika also shared. Very well done, very well demonstrated. I think it's everything has been executed the way it should be. We are almost on time. I think we can do a little better, but yes, otherwise it was a great execution. I think that's it. We are all on time, and meanwhile, as Mohit has already shared his link also for the voting your choices for the meeting today. Now I'll like to take over as a presiding officer and would request guest Samir to share how has been his experience in the meeting.
Hello,
Yeah,
everyone.
guest Samir. Yep.
Yes, yes. Yes, I'm happy to have this meeting today because I
Uh,
don't have a weekly off today. It's Sunday. Am I audible?
yes, yes. Little easy, but it's okay. We are able to, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Uh, but I'm in company. There is no holiday for so I'm in companies. So I attended the only because in companies there is a work today.
No, Samir, your voice has started to crack a
I
lot. Maybe you
really
can,
like this attending sessions.
hey Samir, maybe you can
Yes,
actually switch
just
off
a
your
minute.
video. You can switch off your video so that'll save the bandwidth.
Uh, okay, okay. Just can I audible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm in a company. There is no network issues. That's why this problem. I'm
No problem.
really
Yeah.
like this. Yes, yes. I'm really like this session, today's session, because we don't have weekly off on Sundays. That's why I didn't meeting physical meetings in our city. So I'm really looking for online Toastmasters club. So this is I really like forward to attend these meetings more and attend these also in future also. And today's session is was just amazing. Yes, I like I attended a physical meeting, but I'm very about what is how online meetings and physical meeting because I saw a physical meeting that is also very professional. But I'm concerned about what is who online meetings because we don't have Zoom meetings and all in our company is not required. But this is my first or second meeting. As I say, first meeting is not for interview, but this is my first meeting as a Toastmaster. So yes, really professional meeting this is. So I'm really yes, everyone is a very good role players, and I really appreciated for this club and this session. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Samir. So just to check, you already a Toastmaster with the other club?
No, no, I'm just checking. Just now guest. I'm looking for a
Okay.
club for online.
Okay. So come and join our club, of course.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yep. Definitely. So happy that you like the flow of the meeting and looking forward you to become part of our club. And meanwhile, unless you decide, of course, keep coming in and keep joining us for the meetings.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Super. So, do we have the results or do you need time?
I'm, uh, I think some people were facing issues with the link, so not many
Okay.
feedbacks have been received yet. So I'll probably give it another minute. And
Okay.
is anybody still facing issues? Please let us know. Otherwise, please do spare 10 seconds to fill out this form. Kanika, were you able to open it
I'm
now?
also trying to fill just
Yeah, sure, sure. Yep.
Yes, yes, I'm filling it.
Okay, great.
okay, I'm also giving it a try. My vote is submitted. Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Let requesting everyone to quickly vote in their choices. That'll help us to collect the results. Meanwhile, can we see who? Okay, can I request now everyone to fill up their choices of role for the upcoming meeting so that we can actually, you can book what all role you want to pick up and try to see like what all role you have not yet tried. Um, Sometimes we become comfortable and then we, opt out the same role. Of course, it's good to keep practicing. It improvises, but as Toastmaster guidelines about pathway completion is, we have to take up all the roles. So whatever you have not tried, just go ahead and pick that role up. And to the mentors, requesting to connect with the mentees and see that we get the roles filled for next couple of weeks. Sometimes all they need is a little nudge and little encouragement to prepare for the role. And don't worry much when you're picking the role. I mean, it's okay even if you fail, even if you're not able to conduct it with the perfection. Don't let that perfectionist in you stop you to take up the role. I mean, you see my example today. I was not at all prepared to take the PO role, but again, team helps. I think our club is so wonderful in that that gives us space to cover up, and which is great place to be. Mo, just let me
Okay,
know
yep,
once
I
you're
do
ready.
have, yeah, I do have the
Super.
results now. So best prepared speaker, of course, goes to no one else other than Toastmaster Swarnav Malik. So let's have a round of applause for Swarnav. And the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Hirinder. The best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Monica, clearly. Then for the best role player, there was a tough fight as I can see here, but yes, it eventually goes to the Toastmaster of the day. So thank you. The best auxiliary role player today goes to another one where there were several votes for both all the three folks, but eventually it goes to the R counter of the day. So let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Pihu. Yes, overall, everybody has loved it. Whoever voted said they loved the meeting today. So that's the overall rating for the meeting. That's it. Back to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Awesome. I think very well. I was surprised about my speech, but thank you so much that it's been voted. But I think very well voted. Although this is just, that people's choice of what, but everybody did a fabulous job. I really not finding anything comparable here. Like everybody has been fabulous in their way. And yet another experience, yet another powerful meeting that we conducted today. And let's carry on with this momentum. Let's fill in the roles fast so that we don't have to, let last minute pick and chase for the roles. And let give our VP membership a little relief, VP education a little relief, so that they can breathe a little and they don't have to rush after us. It's also important for our own path completion. So let's take up charge of our own commitment to our own self, and let's ensure that the next meeting is even more powerful than today's. So, very well done. Thank you everybody for the great show. Looking forward to see you tomorrow. See you all next week. I've become more used to tomorrow because of my daily speeches on YouTube. But anyways, looking forward to see you all next week with yet another energy, and let's blast the virtual stage again next week. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye bye.